Okay, so we're taking this JL 2-door Rubicon up to the mountains in North Georgia to try and see what it'll do. It just kind of got me biting my nails because, I mean, it's not our car, it's a press car. We have it for a week or so. On one hand, you want to see what it can do. On the other hand, you don't want to damage it. There's a fine line between, like, you know, pulling it on the gravel behind the Walmart or Target and trying to fake the funk, and then taking it out and actually seeing what it'll do. So there's been some rain in the area. North Georgia trails get steep and muddy. So we're gonna start out at Flatlands and then Beasley and see if we can do that. We've got my Jeep tagging along and my neighbor's Jeep tagging along. So between the three of us, we should be able to, you know, get in front and back of it and winch it out if we need to. But what we want to see is how it'll do, stock ride height, stock tires. The Rubicon's got lockers front and rear. So it should be more capable than we think, obviously. Even a base Jeep. I mean, all cars are more capable than you think. My buddies made me take my base Jeep out, and that was you know, it had the mail truck wheels and tires, and they made me take it out stock, and it still blew me away. So we're gonna see what this one will do.
What do you think of the Jeep so far, Wooly?
The JL?
Yeah.
I freaking, dude, my mind's blown. The whole ride up here, even last night going to bed, I was sitting there kind of like, oh no, man, am I making a mistake? Like, you want to hit the threshold, but there's such a fine line between, like, oh my gosh, like, we kind of found the limit of the Jeep, and then like, oh crap, we crashed a press car. And it wouldn't even take a crash, you know, like I was worried like the wall, you know, that the Jeep was gonna, the fender was gonna fall into these walls here. It was a lot worse if you saw it back there, because he doesn't have poke on the tires. But it made it. I don't know, I didn't see it because I was in here with my hands full, and then I looked behind me and he's like right up there, like, yeah, no problem, man. So I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away. Like I said earlier, a stock Jeep will amaze pretty much everybody, but dang, man, it's the ground clearance. You would think, you know, with the ground clearance there would be no chance, but I'm a believer. Oh man, we got a backup camera.
I will say, I'm partial to Ford's infotainment system just because it's the best interface that I've ever used.
Yeah. Until
I got this thing. This new, I don't know how long they've had this infotainment system, but whatever they got going on here is freaking awesome.
It is very nice.
Like, I'm pretty sure it is an iPad. Like, it's basically an iPad.
Hey, how do you get like into regular 2? Oh wait, hang on, I think I don't know what I'm in right now. It doesn't feel like it's naturally.
Does it have a...
Don't pull what up? Oh yeah, I know that. I'm trying to put it in 2 high.
No, but yeah, yeah, it's the exact same as yours.
Dude, this thing is not. There we go. Control off. That's it. Stick shifts are awkward as hell, man. Am I good? So yeah, just so you guys know, this is the first time I've ever done a 4-wheel drive stick shift. So hopefully that was my learning curve. On the JL, they went to a hinge style. You know, every other Jeep, the door's on a rope, and so it always kind of falls open and falls closed on you if you're pointing up a hill or whatever. So they fixed that, and they put a little hinge, just like, you know, like so it'll hold halfway, like a regular car. But it looks like you've got to take, so it's going to be one more step. You got to take that little bolt out that holds the hinge on. But most Jeep people, like, I hadn't had the bolts in the bottom of my little door hinges in forever. Like, you take the bolts out, you just leave them. So that way you can just lift the door out and go. You don't have to unbolt anything. All you do is, you know, disconnect the little plug for the dome lights and stuff, and you're good to go.
So you always...
So a funny joke, y'all. You ever see a bunch of Jeeps parked together and they're all inside somewhere, you can pretty much go out in the parking lot and put all the doors on everybody's car and they get back, none of their doors will match.
I am obsessed with this infotainment interface. It's so easy to use. Climate controls are on it.
Right.
That's
And
all.
me being like a base model JK owner, I want to hate, man.
Oh, you can constantly view your backup camera.
Oh, so you can see what's behind
Look
you?
at that! That's so cool!
I can't tell when I'm going towards it. It's freaking me out. Alright, there we go. A JK owner, we all kind of universally want to hate on the JL. That's the way Jeep ownership goes. You hate on the new one until the new one is not the new one anymore. And then it becomes respected. And then everybody hates on the new one. But like, dude, yeah, you can't hate on this.
No,
This is really nice, man.
If you have the
They did such a great job of it. Still feels like a pure SUV. You know what I mean? Like it feels Jeepy, but yet it's got the modern stuff that you might feel. I mean, come on, let's be honest. If you're gonna spend 40 grand or whatever it is on a Jeep, like, you want to get a little bit of glitz and glam. So this has like the LCD in the center of the gauge cluster. This one's decked out. It's got the Navi and the screens and all of that, and it's just. It almost looks, I hate to say it, almost a little Toyota-y. Yeah, it looks like if they remade an FJ, this would be the interior.
I could totally see that. I see it.
Yeah, the way that you know, this is kind of like this brush color or whatever.
Yeah, but I love it. I love the way that they went back to like the flat dash, like, you know, the way you imagine a Jeep.
It is nice, y'all, to have, I mean, it's summer now, but to have a heated steering wheel and heated seats in a Wrangler. If you can spring for it, it's pretty cool because, you know, on those cooler nights to be able to have the top back, but the, you know, the heat going and the steering wheel warm and it's like freaking, it's like a hot tub in Colorado, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This is different than mine. All right. Hell, y'all, we are millimeters. Oh, and we're in it. Oh, can you guys see this? This is awkward. Okay. Holy cannoli. No, yeah, I'm just worried about the angle here. Just worried about the angle. Oh. Okay. All right, let's get ourselves out of that. Oh, Lord. Oh, this is freaking cool. Am I all right? I don't feel good.
It doesn't feel like we're okay.
You sure? Just breathe. Just breathe. Oh, Lord. It's stressful, y'all. It's
And
stressful.
you're doing it in a 6-speed. Whoa.
Woo!
Ah, man.
I gotta go for a walk.
But I'm not a fan.
The bulgy?
Yeah, it's not that the JKs aren't. The JKs were ridiculously kind of squared off bulgy. These, they just tried to make it a little bit more aerodynamic, and I don't like that they're bubbly in design, how they roll.
Well, and this is what you get here.
Yeah.
Little tiny bubbles and
now
shit
you
getting stuck
got
in
shit
between
down
there.
in there. You got,
So you got to get all that shit out of there. So
And the hose is just gonna push it further in.
Correct.
A lot of cases.
yeah. I think they did a better job with these hinges, but I don't like how these look, and I don't like how these look.
see, I like them.
My thing is, I think they're going to come out. I think as soon as the aftermarket gets a hold of this, they will be better in
already
design.
done
That's what I said. They'll be better in design.
Yeah.
I just don't think they look styly, aesthetically.
No, but they function a whole lot better.
No,
I
of
mean,
course
like,
they do.
Like this
no,
whole
this
scenario
design.
is-
Yeah, this design's perfect. But this looks goofy. Like, look how, like, this looks like bad luggage. Doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a bad?
Samsonite.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's like you were waiting for Vanna White to go.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the inside of this, it's actually a very cool design on what they did.
Yes.
This is nice. This is why I'm like, once somebody's redesigned this, I guarantee they're going to come up with a sleeker, cooler looking design than this just big bulky piece of plastic to have this hook in here. But it is easier.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
And they don't stretch out.
They're not rubber. Yeah, because the rubber looks like the initial ones on the JK look like a damn Yeti cooler.
Yeah.
LED lights. I mean, all the lighting package. I mean, it's just like whatever you guys already done. This is basically essentially the same. There's no difference. Yeah, I mean, there's very small stylistic. The one other thing that we noticed in the cabin too that is very different from the JK is, of course, the roll cage is no longer rounded. So you can have more of a rake in the roof because the bars are flat.
Yeah.
So which makes a big difference. And I know in the soft top version, with all this off of the soft top and the bars here, some of those soft tops are hanging out the back. Have you seen that? Which is kind of neat looking. The vehicle has Type C, which a lot of vehicles don't have yet.
Oh yeah. USB Type C.
Type C, Wooley. Type C.
So that's the future.
Yes,
of what?
airplanes don't even have Type C yet that I've seen. So yeah, this is the charger of most newer droids. But yeah, the integrated polypack stuff into the seats is super cool. I mean, obviously people in JKs are buying shit, but I mean, these are already built in. So I mean, it's a cool setup. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the design and look of these.
No.
Because of what they did to the bars. Because you kind of want that old school rounded look. But after sitting in it,
always been.
Yeah, they've always been round. Yeah. But
to
once
me, it looks unfinished. It looks like you took something off.
But once you get in, and I know I've seen this with the top off and the soft top on, the soft top looks really gnarly hanging off the back.
Yeah.
And you do have the color matched flat bars sitting here.
Yeah.
So it's really not that bad. But other than that, like everything's kind of the same. I mean, you got the handles up where they were in the JK. There's not a lot of difference. The handle right in front of you on the passenger side is still there. I mean, essentially, it's a more refined JK. You want to pay more money a little more money than a JK and have a more refined machine, this is it.
Yeah.
It definitely has the frills. The infotainment system by far is, there's nothing you can come close to. You can tell it was Italian made because there's no way Chrysler would ever make anything like that. Which is the other scary thing because it's Italian made. We'll see how long it works, if it stays working.